All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the call. My name is Shelley Whitmarsh Spiel, and I am Vice President of Training and Field Development. I'm here basically to help our sales field and teach a little bit about the business. And we have our wonderful winemaker on tonight with us, Alex Reblay. Hello, Alex.
Hi there.
And he's going to help me tonight. And we're just going to share a little bit of information about some of the perks and benefits of becoming a wine consultant. And then you can kind of feel it out and see if it's a great fit for you. And then we're here to answer any questions you have. And then you can also get back to the person, of course, that invited you to take a look at Wine Shop at Home in the call. So let's dive in. All right. So Wine Shop at Home was founded in 1999. We've been around for a hot minute. And we market exclusive award-winning wines across 46 states. I know this says 43, but we're in 46 states. And at the end, I'm going to show you all the states that we're actually licensed in. We just opened up some more states, so that's exciting. We're led by our president and CEO, Stan Frederick. He lives in the Dallas, Texas area, and his family has been a part of direct selling for over 40 years, which is awesome. I myself have been in direct selling for about 23 years now as well. So you have that backing of people that have basically lived and learned the business through and through. And then we, of course, have our wonderful winemaker. So we would like to make sure that you guys have both sides, right? The business side and, of course, the wine side that makes the business run. So it's really I think amazing company, and I think the industry. I'm very passionate about the direct selling industry, and I feel everybody should be doing it. You just have to find the product that works for you. And of course, if you're here, you probably like wine, and you want to learn a little bit more about that as well. And you would want to go out there and share that experience with other people. And Alex, I'm going to turn this over to you, the next slide, and you can talk a little bit about you and Todd.
Okay, so Todd is the head winemaker for the company. The company is called WGS Cellars, and we are Wine Shop at Home, a branch of this company. So Todd and we are looking after the production that is necessary to run our wine club, to put together our samplers, as Shelley said, everything that is needed to become, to have enough wine on the menu to satisfy the palate and the taste of your future customers. So I try usually to simplify things for me. If you are looking for to become the most knowledgeable in wine, that might not be the right place because we try to make things affordable. Now, it doesn't mean that over time, you're going to pick up a lot of information. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't need, to know everything about wine. This is not necessary to start this business because Todd and I are here, Shelley as well, our customer service are here to help you. And if there is any technical question, we can, of course, help you satisfy that knowledge. But you don't need to have necessarily you need to have a passion for maybe for wine. I think that helps tremendously, but it's not knowledge based. So I just wanted to drive that point on this evening. So.
We offer a lot of support, of course, to help you. Alex does calls with brand new wine consultants to teach them a little bit as well. And he also does monthly calls with the whole sales field. And then I do training calls as well. So I love that he points out, we're going to show you some of the tools as well that you can use at the wine tasting. So that might give you some comfort in really knowing you really do not need to know a lot of things about wine. Many of our wine consultants have come in and said, I knew there was red wine and I knew there was white wine, and that was it. And then you learn about it kind of as you go, but you don't need to go know everything as he stated. Yeah. So Alex talked a little bit about the wines. And Alex, why don't you talk a little bit more about all the awards that we have won on our wines? Because that's you.
Yeah. So I started with Wine Shop at Home back in 2012. So I've been with the company for a little while. And over the years, what I think is important to do is that you can trust me, you can trust Shelley, or you can't if you want. But what's important is that when we submit a wine and it does get an award through a blind tasting, then you don't have to trust my word for it. You know that this wine went through rigorous testing by fellow winemakers, by sommeliers, by wine journalists, bloggers, all sorts of people who it's his job, their jobs to really go through wine and propose wine after that to their customers. So again, you can stand in front of your customers knowing that what you are trying to market, what you are trying to sell, is a good product, because we can back it up with some awards and the quality control that we put behind every single label. So that's an important point as well that you need to know about what you are going to sell in the menu with Wine Shop at Home. So.
And I think an important thing as well about the wines is we really have a price point for everybody. So our price is the lowest price point we have is $19. And then we have wines that are actually up in the 80s. So average wines are in the $30 range. So really there's a price point for everybody, but there's also a wine for everybody. So we just don't have dry wines or sweet wines. We really have a variation of from the sweet all the way to the dry. We have bubbles as well. Everybody loves a good bubble. So we really try to make sure that we have something for everybody, different sections of the country. And I know probably up there, Christy, I'm looking at her, a lot of sweet loving wine drinkers up there in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Texas, you may have sweet, but you may have a lot of dry. So there's really a mix and it comes down to people's preference. So we want to make sure that we have something for everybody, which is really important, of course, as a wine consultant, because you're out there marketing the wines and you're making commission, right, from the wines that you're out there selling as well. So just wanted to point that out, price point, and then all the different types of wines that Alex makes and also Todd does as well.
Yeah. One important document that we take care of and kind of change on a regular basis is the menu. You will see that document when you join. And this menu has different categories that, again, it's based on what? It's based on experience that we all have during a tasting. And we know that not everyone is going to like a big, bold red. The person sitting right next to that person is going to like rosé, is going to get sweet wine. So there is all sorts of differences between customers, and so we try to have those wines available when you do an event like that. So.
And you can go to Wine Shop at Home website or your consultant's website, and we put like the little symbols for like gluten-free, low alc, etc. Also, you'll see a ribbon by them if they won an award as well. So you're able to check that out just at the wineshop@home.com website.
Yep, exactly.
All right, so let's talk about wine tastings. So wine tastings are more than just tasting wine, believe it or not. It's really a wine tasting experience. Wine is social. People love to get together, have a great time. Even people that are like, I don't have time, but they come and they're like, oh, I'm so glad I came. I was contemplating not, because the world is busy, right? Everybody is busy. But the wine tasting, which is I think is pretty awesome, is you're really only there for probably maybe hour and a half to 2.5 hours max. So you're not gonna suck up a whole evening doing the wine tasting. So your guests are tasting 6 different wines at the tasting. They're only getting 1 ounce pours. That wine is actually purchased by the host. It's $69.95. Retail value is usually over $150. And that is her wine or his wine. So they host the wine tasting. You basically do a guided wine tasting, walking them through. I'm going to show you the little cards you can use as well. And then that wine is the host to keep. So you do the tasting, people will purchase from you. It is a try before you buy wine experience. And then she's able to keep that wine and then share it with her guest. So the host can actually earn some host perks as well. So they can earn discounts on wine, stemware, and even wine club when they host a wine tasting. But you can do those small 8 to 10 wine tastings, but you can also do larger groups, corporate events. We actually have a corporate gifting program as well. Virtual wine tastings were of course very popular during COVID, but our consultants continue to do virtual wine tastings as well. So why that's important to know is if you live in Minnesota, but people in California, you can still do a wine tasting. So you're not just restricted to your backyard, which is awesome. People move, of course, but you can still obviously service those guests by doing the virtual tastings. And because it's a consumable product, there's a reorder business for you, right? So you want people to come back to you to order the wine that they love. And they can even get it on an auto ship program through our wine club, where we have a sip and save program as well, which gives them some discounts. So there's really something for all of your guests, of course, and you're following up and you're getting those orders, and that helps continue to build, of course, your commission checks as well with those reorder businesses as well. So let's look at
one thing I want to, if I may, one thing I want to add,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to add about what you said.
Mm-hmm.
There is not too many places where you can actually taste wine before you buy, because I think that's one of the key instrument that we have. Obviously, you can go to a winery, you can go to a restaurant, to a bar. You know, there's people who sell wine by the glass, or you can, of course, go to bottle shop, you know, specialized shop. But the big difference is that those are at their location. You know, you need to be there in order to taste the wine. So the fact that we are offering this ability to taste wine before you buy at people's houses like that, I think that's one of the key success of that business. So
Yeah, super important. And this little tool right here is what you'll use at your wine tasting. So every wine tasting sampler, we have 6 of them actually. Well, gosh, 8 of them now to choose from. They come with these cards. They're called event note cards. Alex actually writes all this fun stuff up for us. So all you have to do is read them. You can pass them around. You can have a guest read them. You can have your host read them. You can make it fun, super interactive, but it tells you everything you need to know about the wine that they're tasting. The menus also come with the sampler as well. So some of the things I always like to point out is everybody loves to know alcohol percent. Very important. And then if it's sweet or dry, there's a little sweetometer here on the card. And then Alex writes up pairing suggestions, wine notes, all the great things. And of course, there's a super fun fact. On the back of every vent note, there is a pairing recipe. Now, this is not the recipe that your host would make for the tasting. Your host is going to probably get some cheese, right? You help them, tell them what cheeses to get for the wines, or fruit, or crackers, whatever it might be. But this is great because they're able to keep these cards, and if they want to go back and make that recipe, they can. Another great thing is all of our wines in the very back, you'll see there's a QR code. So your guests are going to get the wines delivered to their house. The vent notes do not come with that order, but the bottle, of course, with the QR code does. So they just have to scan it, and when they scan it, the vent notes come up too. Also, that little sweetometer is on the back of the bottles too, which is one of my favorite features. So this is nice. So everything is really just right there for them to be able to look up the pairing suggestions, the notes, etc. So I think it's a fantastic tool, and I'm sure that our consultants, and if anybody does anybody want to talk about the vent notes and how it helps you at your tastings, or especially when you were new? It's kind of a little bit of a crutch, which is good when you're learning.
Yeah, the QR code is not necessarily a brand new feature. It's been there for a while, but that's very important because everybody has a smartphone and you can have access to that. So, that's yeah, but you should not necessarily have to come up with additional information. We try really to give you as much information on this particular bottle as possible. So out of that, there's not too many things to add after that. So hopefully.
We're going to say something, Christy? She came off.
Yeah, I just wanted to say when I started out, and even now, there was no way that I could memorize all the wines on the menu, because the menu is quite large and it's always changing, as we know, because we're getting new wines every month. So, and Alex does a wonderful job of putting them together, and the guests really seem to love them.
And if you absolutely need, there could be a French version as well, but I'm working on it, so just
French version. There you go. I think that Christy said this. I'm glad that she pointed that out. We do have at least one new wine that comes out every single month. Sometimes there can be 4 or 5 new wines coming out every month, which is unique to the wine industry, but also really unique to the direct sales industry. So it's great because you always have new wines that you can go back to your customers with, or you can call a host and maybe has hosted before and said, I know you love the Albion, right? We haven't had it in a while. Why don't you host now? And you can get that included in your sampler. So that is a big help, of course, in the reorder business, but also getting people to try new things. One thing Alex does is on the note, he'll write, this wine is similar to other wines that we have had. So, if somebody liked the McKenna Sauvignon Blanc, that's going to be similar, and you would be able to follow up with them. So again, we try to give you all the tools for you to basically have a successful business, right?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about club. I mentioned club a little bit. So we have a 2 and 4 bottle wine club. So club is set up where people can have this automatically shipped to them every single month. But if they want to skip a month, they can, or pause, they're able to do that as well. So the wine club is a set price every month, which is pretty awesome. So it's either $57 or $89 for a 4-bottle club, and that includes shipping. So you can get up to 30% discount on the wines that way. And this is for the person that really likes to explore and try new things. So we have, I think, 16 different wine club variations. So we have a lot, but it's great because people are able to get that and try the new wines. And it's like a nice little treat that you get basically in the first 15 days of the month. It shows up at your house. So I love the club option of this. We have many consultants that have hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in wine club customers that constantly are just getting it. And it's a nice little just auto ship, and you obviously make commission on that every single month as well. Plus we have some specials for wine club members they're able to take advantage of too. We also have a sip and save program. I mentioned it. That's a set group of wines. We call them our evergreen wines. And when people order 3 to 12 a month, or every 2 months or 3 months, they get a 10% discount on those wines as well. So lots of different perks for our customers. And consultants can take advantage of it as well. So who we are, our community. So we talked about not needing any wine experience. I know Christy talked about, when she was new, can't memorize everything. I don't know, there's probably 80 wines now on the list. We did a merge last year with WGS Cellars, and Alex kind of mentioned that the great thing about them is they have branded wines. We have a Yellowstone line. So if you like the Yellowstone series, we have a John Wayne line. We have a Barry Manilow line. We have some Marilyn Monroe wines. So we have a little bit more added to the portfolio. So that's why we have so many, which is great, of course, because you have that price range as well. So consultants come in with different experience, even different expectations. Everybody will do this business for lots of different reasons, which is awesome. So consultants can do part-time, they can do full-time, you can just do it on the side, whatever you want to do with it. You make the business your own. We're just here to help and support you. Your upline leader and myself, we can help you set some goals. If you know you need to make X amount of money every single month, we'll be able to help you kind of map out what you would need to do in order to do that. So you have that support and training that I talked about. We have a whole video section of trainings as well. Alex and I record these informational calls as well, and you're able to share them as well if you have people that might be interested in the business. And so really we're here just to help and support you, just not us at the corporate office, but really your peers. They really help and support each other as well, which is awesome to see. It's a very positive, I would say, environment, which is nice. Everybody can succeed, which I love that as well. So it's pretty cool. So let's talk about some basic questions that we get asked. So how much time does it take? Very common. Of course, it's a business of flexibility. So most consultants work this business in the pockets of their day. A very large majority of our consultants have what I call a traditional day job that they work this on the side with. So they work it alongside of their business. So, and another perk, of course, is money, right? So usually you're starting a business because you want to learn a little extra money. So you're in personal sales commissions and you actually get paid weekly, and then you get monthly bonuses as well. So we have a bonus plan structure. So our base commission starts at 20%, but you can earn up to 40%. Plus we have other bonuses. If you choose to go out there and welcome new people to Wine Shop at Home as well, you start to develop a team. You actually make commissions for helping and supporting them along with the person that invited you to join Wine Shop at Home. They're going to help you support that person as well. So don't think, oh, I can't do it, I don't know anything. They're going to help and support you as well. So a lot of times people will come in with a friend because they're like, this is fun, I love you, let's work together and do this together. And we see that happen all the time as well. So commission is, of course, important, right? And you want to know how much you're going to make if you're doing, if you start a new business. So I would say on average, our wine tastings consultant make at the base commission structure about $100 on average per wine tasting. And like I said, it takes about a couple of hours to do. So depending, of course, on your group and the big size of it, but 2 hours, I would say, is average. And your upline can tell you a little bit more about that, or the person that welcomed you. let's talk about the states we're in. So we're actually in 46 states, which I mentioned. This is our little map area of all the states that we're in. We just recently, I guess it was last month before, we just opened up 3 new states. So we're now in Arkansas, also Hawaii, which is crazy, and then West Virginia. So we don't even have a consultant in West Virginia or Hawaii yet. So we're looking for our first consultants there to kind of open up the state. But really, you can see we're everywhere, right? 46 is a lot. We're not in Alaska, Utah, Rhode Island, or Delaware. The laws about alcohol are crazy, and there's different limitations and laws and stuff for every state. It's just a little bit different. So as things open up and we're able to, we do open up new states. So this is just information to kind of share with you, showing you where exactly we're at. And if you're in Montana, right, but you know somebody in Hawaii, you also can recruit somebody in any state you want. It's just like being able to do a virtual tasting everywhere. You're able to welcome people all over the country to do this with you as well. So let's talk about how you sign up, and then we can answer some questions as well. So you're going to sign up directly with the wine consultant that invited you to take a look at Wine Shop at Home. You just go directly to their website and get started. If you do not have a wine consultant, you're going to reach out to me, and I'm going to find somebody that is as close as you as possible that will be able to help support you. You can reach out at Shelley@wineshopathome.com, and that's SHELLEY. But if you start your business in May, you get 3 months of your IWC access fee for free. Some of our consultants call it like the tech fee. So that would be like your website, all the back office training. So all the things that you basically need access to be able to run your business. We also are doing drawings this month. We're doing this through the summer. We're doing a summer promo. I'm doing drawings for stemware, wine, and even doing cash for gas, because gas cards, everybody needs a little extra money for gas. And then also you can earn some swag. So lots of fun things happening in the summer. So your person that welcomed you can fill you in a little bit more on that. But if you sign up this week, you automatically go into the drawing, and we're doing a drawing this Friday, and that one is for wine, right? 3 bottles of wine. So you automatically get into there. And if you win, the person that welcomed you to Wine Shop at Home wins as well. So just a little fun thing we like to do. Periodically, we haven't done it probably in a couple of years, but we reintroduced it this summer. So just a lot of great things and perks, and there's really no reason to give it a try, right? 3 months for free. You come in. We have a great new start program that helps you basically hit different milestones. You can earn what we call wine bucks, and you can try it out for the summer and then see if it's a great fit for you. And then as we go into the fall selling season, you may stick around. So I really encourage you just to really dive in, take a look, and kind of dip your toe in the water and try it out. So are there any questions? And Alex, what do you want to add? Or any consultant, do you guys want to add anything?
Yeah, be happy to answer any questions.
I just want to add that I absolutely love that we're offering 3 months free of the tech fee. You know, it's just a great way for someone to give the business a try and see if it's a fit for them before, you know, it really costs them to do anything. Shelley, how much is that monthly tech fee again?
Oh, thank you for reminding me, Molly. It's $19.95 a month is what it would be after.
Pretty. I love that we don't have to take checks or take cash or payment from people. We just help them place orders with the winery, and we don't have that. If you've ever been in a business on your own, that's always a big risk of having people write you a check that bounces or things like that. And we don't have that because we have that whole tech system that handles all the banking for us. And I love that.
Yep, absolutely. So everything is actually shipped directly from Napa, from the winery. So important thing to point out is you don't have inventory. You're not like having a mini wine cellar, right? In your basement, you're not buying all the wine and then reselling it. So everything goes directly through. People just order on their phone. You help them at the tasting, see what's, you know, what they put into their cart, and then they just basically pay for it. And then it automatically gets shipped. Our shipping goes out pretty quick. You see wine start to ship out sometimes within 24 hours, max probably 5 days if we're slammed and it's over like a holiday weekend. So you have a lot of great reasons basically to not have to worry about stuff. We take care of a lot of those things for you, which is nice. All right, who is on? Marissa, do you have any questions? Or Joe? I see Joe, you joined us. You're a guest.
I don't think so. It's been very informative and pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
actually. So I'm a
Good.
part of the wine club already. So
Uh-oh.
um, so that's a win.
Do you have a favorite wine so far that you've tried?
So I was just telling Christy this. We just got our second box in our
Okay.
So my partner, he attended one of Christy's tastings, and so but I'm a dry red lover, not the sweet like you would think in Minnesota. Is what you were saying earlier, but yeah. So
that's awesome. Alex likes some great dry wine.
Yeah, there is some tests that shows that people who like sweet wine, they have actually more taste buds than anybody else. So that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. I'm just saying people who
have more taste buds.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yep. All sorts of interesting little
I'm lacking then.
Christy likes those dry wines. It's very interesting because I would say majority of our wine consultants prefer like the dry red. They get really excited when a new dry red comes out. So I was told your taste buds will adapt.
Yeah. What I love the most is actually people who are telling me, hey, I joined the business and I'm not trying to convince you to switch. I'm just saying that I love hearing people saying, I used to be so and such, drinker, and I started to, to taste different wines through the wine club, same thing, and they kind of open up their views, and now instead of being just in some kind of a silo like that, they are able, because one of the key, like for example, this month. This is the first time we've done that. We brought some wine from Oregon with a partner winery. And so we have not had any wine from that region yet. So Gewürztraminer is going to be released, kind of a little secret release. We're going to have a Gewürztraminer in the upcoming months, So we just are releasing, we get some Pinot Gris, we get some Riesling. So we are trying also to bring new wines that we haven't done yet. And so when I say foreign wine, of course, it's still US, but it's outside of California. So for me, it's a foreign wine. But we are trying to bring a bunch of new things that you don't necessarily find everywhere. So opening up your vision and opening up your palette to different things is also a great goal to have. So
yeah, absolutely.
Great. Joe, do you have any questions? I think Molly invited you to join us.
Yeah, Molly did. I can't say I have any questions similar to Marissa. It's been very thorough and informative. It's something I've been thinking about getting into for a while. So I always appreciate Molly like sending me the messages like, hey, are you still? Because yes, life gets to life in sometimes, but
yes.
I'm in a good little pivot space right now. Nice. So I'm like, it'll be a good addition to the things that I already do. So I was like, I would come to this Zoom. I need to come because it's right on time. So
good, perfect. Yeah, it's all about timing. It's about what works for you. When it works for you, you'll have consultants. They'll say, I was asked 7 times before I finally it was right timing. I mean, you're like, all right. So people just keep asking because you never know when the right time is going to be for you. And so that's what's important. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us. Does anybody else want to have any questions or want to say anything before we let you guys go? Christy unmuted again.
I did, but the moment has passed. So.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know if maybe some of our more veteran consultants, like maybe Molly or Jacqueline, wants to say a few words, on joining the business. What's important to focus on or not to focus on. Any comments on that from you guys?
Sure, I'll share some. I totally get the life thing, but it's definitely the job of the person that you register under to help you find that time in your schedule to be successful. So don't think you have to, block off hours and hours every day. You could just sit down with them and take it week by week. And I promise you, if you just work a little bit every single day, you'll see some results.
Excellent.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, what Jacqueline said, you really just kind of work based on how much time you have to work. But obviously, just like even a hobby, if you're doing a craft, it doesn't build itself. So you have to figure out when you're going to have time to do it, and then, work with your leader on how you can make the best out of that time. I'm one of those, like you mentioned, that works a full-time job, and wine is my fun job, is what I tell people at all my tastings, so I work it when life allows me to. And I love that flexibility about the business.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Molly.
Keep,
Awesome.
keep your eyes on the road, Molly. Yeah, be careful. Huh?
I think she's sitting in a
I
parking
promise
lot.
I'm parked right now.
I will say too, you'd be surprised how much time you actually find once you get into this business, because I just became so passionate about it. I'm like, I'm running with it. And suddenly, there was less Netflix on the couch, less staring at my phone, or if I was on my phone, it was business related. And so you might be surprised.
Yeah. So, and we didn't mention dream vacations. We have a dream vacation every year that consultants can earn, and because Christy just earned a dream vacation to Punta Cana. So she just got back from there. And since Molly's on camera, Molly was in Cabo with us. So we have trips all over. We do tropical. We're going to Rome. They're working for Rome right now trip. We've done more domestic. We did a fantastic trip to Napa one year. So lots of different things out there that you can work towards. So we like to spoil you guys and recognize, of course, and we have a lot of promos and stuff for consultants. So, which is awesome.
Don't forget that
with that-
Jacqueline was with us in the Dominican too.
I know she's hiding though. She's not on camera. I can only see you.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was
No, you're
feeding
good.
my large family. So sorry.
I know she's got a trillion children. Yes, she does. So with that, if there aren't any other questions, please connect with the person that invited you to learn a little bit more. I give you my information. If you have any questions directly, feel free to reach out to myself and Alex too. So if you have a question for Alex, I can get that to him.
Mhm.
And with that, thanks for joining us, Alex.
Thank you, everyone.
Always fun. All right.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks
great
for
night.
hosting.
Okay.
See, absolutely.
Bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.